Now let's create a custom content type. So to do that, just click on structure and then click on content types. And from here, you can manage all existing ones. And you can see that we have basic page and article because those come with the standard installation profile. But if we click on add new content type, we can create our own one. So let's now create a content type called product. So we'll enter in the word product there, and you can see that a machine name automatically gets generated. Let's give it a description of used for selling products. Very original, but you can just put honestly whatever in there. And then down here, we can configure our content type. So the first thing we can do is change the label of the title field. Now, the title field is a hard-coded property on the node entity type. You can disable the title field, but it's always going to be there. And here you can change the label. You may want to change it to name or something, or first name, last name if you're creating a content type for people, or you can change it to whatever you want. But 9 times out of 10, you'll just leave it as title. And then under preview before submitting, you can define how the preview will work before submitting the piece of content. So is the previewing optional or is it required? And then down here, you can enter in some explanation or submission guidelines, which will appear on the edit page. And then if you click here under publishing options, you can set a few defaults such as published or create new revision. I always like to leave the create new revision on because I always like to create revisions. So the promoted to front page and sticky at top of lists, those are old Drupalisms which can easily be implemented with a custom field. So I often just uncheck them and never really touch them. And then under display settings, you can display the author and date information if you want. But if you are going to heavily modify the content type using display suite or custom templates, then you can uncheck this and manage that yourself. And then under menu settings, you can configure which menu item menus will be added to when you create your piece of content. But in our case, we're not going to be adding products to the main navigation. So let's just uncheck that and click on save and manage fields. So you can straight away see that the body field has been created, which is great. Now the body field automatically gets created when you create a content type, but if you don't want to use it, just delete it. It's not required. And then up the top here, let's just quickly go through these tabs. So the first one is manage fields. This is where you manage your field types. And then from manage form display, this is where you manage your field widgets. And then from manage display, can you guess it? This is where you manage your field formatters. Because remember, a field has 3 parts to it: a field type, a field widget, and a field formatter.